Hi, it's Kevin, and it's time for Live PP. We're here on what could quite possibly be the best live PP ever. We're doing a review of all the fun we had at South by Southwest, and it was a lot of fun. We shot 50 bands at the Convention Center, the first live broadcast at the Convention Center, and also the first interactive video from Austin Community Television Studios, where we are tonight, and Austin Cablevision Studios in Southeast Austin, and the Convention Center. So we were switching it all there, taking you all over town. It was a lot of fun for anybody who watched. It was up on a lot of the big screens at the different clubs in town. And a lot of fun for all the bands from Europe, bands from Africa. Everybody real excited about being part of it. We even got some response from BMI, one of the major sponsors of South by Southwest. And glad to be involved with all those people. We're going to talk with a few of the producers that were involved with this project and get some of their feedback on what it was like to work in the Convention Center and what it was like to work with all these bands. So let's take a look first at a band that should make Gibby roll over in his grave. This is the Edlows doing a cover of Hurdy Gurdy Man, which you may remember showed up on P.O.'d, the last Butthole Surfers album. So we'll send this one out to Gibby, the Edlows from San Francisco.
First, there is a mountain. Then there is no mountain. Then there is. Thank you.
Cool. I saw trails.
Thrown like a star from my vast sleep, I open my eyes to take a peep, to find that I was by the sea, gazing with tranquility. 'Twas then when the hurdy-gurdy man came singing songs of love. Then when the hurdy-gurdy man came singing songs of love. Hurdy-gurdy, 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 hurdy side. Hurdy-gurdy, 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 hurdy side. Histories of ages past on in light and shadows cast down through all eternity, the crying of humanity. 'Twas then when the hurdy-gurdy man came singing songs of love. Then when the hurdy-gurdy man came singing songs of love. Hurdy-gurdy, hurdy-gurdy, hurdy-gurdy side. Hurdy-gurdy, hurdy-gurdy, hurdy-gurdy side. Hurdy-gurdy, hurdy-gurdy, hurdy-gurdy side. Holy man, and he's singing songs of love. Rahuli, bahuli, rahuli, bahuli, rahuli, bahuli, bahuli, side. Granny, 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 he's saying.
Manana! Hondos! Come to Hondos! Yes! Manana! We're big! We're from San Francisco! Manana! Bye.
Thank you very much. We'll be back.
How about that, the Edlows? That makes me want to move to San Francisco. Those guys make me look normal. Hey, we got another Edlow here to interview. Now, is the chicken thing a childhood issue you're working at?
Oh, everything's always funny with chickens. Rubber chickens, I love them. Good. I like you too. Yeah,
I think I'm in love.
We're the Edlows. We're bad boys of acapella at Hondo's.
Bye. Okay. We're here live with XTV, and we're going to go back to the ACTV studio. See ya.
Joe from Hell. This is Kevin's South by Southwest overview. As you can tell, weeks of planning went into the show, and we've rehearsed it perfectly.
Ad nauseum.
It's like weeks. The crew spent weeks putting the show together, and it's going. Actually, the South by Southwest went a lot better. Why don't you all tell us your experience? We have Sue Cole here in the studio with us. Sue dressed up for the show tonight. She's looking nice. She's got camera dazzle going on, and Jim is wearing his concert black.
And his badge. Oh,
Yeah, Jim has.
Didn't you have to have this to get in
you did.
tonight?
No, not tonight.
Oh.
Deja vu, though.
South by Southwest is over, Jim.
Oh.
You can quit wearing the badge now.
It's like a part of me.
Yeah, it's part of your soul.
There's Linda.
It's Linda. Linda, you gonna sit down? Come on over and sit down. There's a microphone over there. We do have microphones. Just walk right in front of us.
Oh, yeah.
It's okay.
Hey, lady.
It's live TV.
Yeah, it's live TV. Not we.
All right,
tape
nice
like-
tablecloth.
Tablecloth. Yeah. Okay, now we have three of our producers here that were working the multicams at various different parts of it. Now, do you want to talk about? Let's start with Jim. What did you do, Jim?
What did I do? Actually, this time I had great fun. I tried to give other people more stuff to do.
Delegating authority.
Well, authority. Skipper did some directing.
Delegating responsibility. How about
Skipper
that?
did some directing, and Chris did some.
Skipper's doing his
Yeah.
PP Live debut in there. Give us an example of your switching, Skip. Whoa, he's slick. It's pretty good.
He's got all the intricacies covered.
Yeah. Just hold on to that handle and hang on.
Punch those buttons.
Yeah, well, I know Skipper's always been punching my buttons, so it shouldn't be anything new for him. As a matter of fact, I think I've had every single button pushed tonight, except for this one I have in my hand, which I'm chewing on.
Don't chew it. Don't. It's a record button.
I always
You can
like
record
sucking
on
on
your
those
name.
red buttons. Okay, well, we'll come back and talk with Sue and Linda in just a minute, but let's look at the Coffee Sergeant. I want to send this out to my friends in the Coffee Sergeants were on PP Live before, and their name was spelled wrong in the South by Southwest program, and our CG person mimicked that misspelling. So their name is misspelled on the CG on this video, so my apologies to the Coffee Sergeants, and if you can figure out the correct spelling of the Coffee Sergeants, maybe we can send you a PP Live bumper sticker.
Bumpy
Can't even
sticker.
talk. A bumpy skippies. Okay, so let's look at the Coffee Sergeants, and we'll be right back.
God, this is pretentious, Mike. You really have to play all this stuff.
Look out your window on the town. Look as the sun is going down. I see the twilight in your eyes. I see the moon hang in the sky. Look out your window down the street. Imagine you are standing there and looking back to where you were and understanding how it feels. Look out your window on the town. Look as the sun is going down. I see the twilight in your eyes. I see the moon hang in the sky.
Thank you very much.
Well, you're welcome very much.
Okay, we're back, and that was Kerry Bowman and the Coffee Sergeants. Kerry, a buddy of mine from. We were just talking about some of the bands Kerry's been in. I remember taping him with Alamo Choir. Certainly been paying his dues, and Jim's having one of those transformation experiences.
The effects.
Okay, well, I guess next we can talk to Sue Cole. Now, Sue's been working here at Access for a long, or I should say ACTV Incorporated, right? I don't want to get everybody confused as to the differences between Austin Access and ACTV.
Okay.
But you've been working here for quite a while. I remember when I came in, you were the first person that said, "Hey, Kevin, you're not as dumb as you think you are. You can probably make a show."
I don't remember that.
Well, maybe I got the words different, but I remember you being nice to me, and
that's
it meant
good.
a lot.
That's good. Was that Folk Toy or was that Dougherty that you first?
At Dougherty,
You came in Dougherty.
and I guess the summer of '85, and I I was trying to work on VHS, and everybody told me that you couldn't work on VHS, and you said, well, shoot, go ahead, try it.
That's when we had beta and 3/4 inch.
Yeah, beta, right? I was like, I'd rather be on VHS than beta anyway.
Well, now we have video toasters and AMA links, so ACTV's cool.
Yeah, but still no hi-fi audio.
And
Only in the dub
and
rack.
Exactly. We got to catch up.
You can
with
make
the
a
times.
hi-fi copy of your show after you've plugged in lots of analog hiss.
Well, you guys broke history last week. I mean, 24 hours ago, 24 hours ago, I was at South by Southwest, 11 p.m., 11:15, at the convention center. We were taping. Was it the 4 girls from Finland or Hungary?
Fartina.
I want to say they're Hungary, but it was
They're
Finland.
from Finland, right?
They were
We've got a piece
fantastic.
of video from them to play tonight, too.
Coming up soon.
But
But-
that was more than 24 hours ago. That was a week ago.
48 hours ago, 24
Yeah,
hours
it's
ago.
like, 72 hours twice. Our
144.
calculators work. Yeah.
Well, I was-
168.
I was producing down at the Cablevision studio on
Right.
Friday afternoon and Saturday morning, and it was so great to finally make history using the iNet and you switching, going right from the convention center to South Austin Cablevision studio and then back to the convention center and then to this studio. It's like that's the technology was supposed to be used like that.
Right. We tried
Forever.
to do that for Fisher Pet, and I guess it was somebody was talking for half an hour during the entire Fisher Pet. We had it all set up to break into the middle of the Cable Commission meeting so that we could talk to the Cable Commission during Fisher Pet, and I think Trella or somebody was having an issue, but yeah, I think it's there, and hopefully more people will use it.
More producers need to just find out a way to go live from one location to the next and use it because it works so smoothly.
Right.
It's a smoother transitions than it was from the studio shoot itself, for example.
Right, or it was a lot smoother than the beginning of this show, and there wasn't any transition at all. But yeah, now that I guess we made history in a couple ways because that's, as far as I know, the first real live broadcast coming out of the convention center, at least through the cable system. And
And it was cool because I had to work some of the time as a camera person and did handheld for the first time in a long time, and a lot of times I was sitting home at home watching television, and I was still there live, and it was great. It was
I know
great.
some of the crew was telling me they were going out to the clubs to see the bands, and they couldn't get away. They couldn't escape. It was on the big screen TVs in the clubs. They were like, "Give me a break! I need to get away from this."
Well, one of the most classic was when you and Monica were out rollerblading in the middle of the convention center hall, and you opened the show with you like rollerblading around the head of the
now,
camera
we've got
guy.
some of that. We'll look at it here a little bit later in the show. We've got some if you've ever wondered what the back hallways of the convention center look like, it's great for rollerblading, but just look out for those guards. I mean, they left me alone, but they were following Monica around, and maybe it's a sexist thing, I don't know. Okay, well, let's look at Shoulders, and Shoulders have been around Austin and certainly pay their dues too, and making it big over. Seems like, the European bands come over here and everybody loves them, and we go over to Europe and they love us. But, like the European bands are getting yawned at over there, and the Austin bands are getting yawned at over here. And I've seen Shoulders play a lot of times, and it's like there's not that many people that are going out to the show, but they're packing the houses across the ocean. And I've always liked them, and so I picked a cut off of their set, and we'll look at that and then come right back and talk to Linda.
This is a song off our first release. It's in Europe right now. It's called Trash Man Shoes. He brings her a dozen roses wrapped up in the daily news. She won't answer the question he poses. She refuses to marry a man in trash man shoes. In trash man shoes. God knows he works so hard. I do believe he's paid his dues. His clothes, his breath, his poetry all smell like trash man shoes, trash man shoes. But he loves her, and he needs her, and she never tries to understand. And she shoves him, and she beats him, and she treats him like an old trash can. Still he loves her, and he needs her, and his love is always clean and true. But she snubs him, and she teases him. Oh, how can the girl refuse? The man in trash man's shoes, in trash man's shoes. Roses grow on the trash pile down at the city dump. They're a joke to all the trash men, and he's always the brunt. Still he brings them home to her when those red buds bloom, and she cheapens their sweet scent with the smell of a stale perfume. Still a rose is a rose is a rose by any other smell. With his nose to the filthy grindstone, he knows it all too well. So he brings her a dozen roses wrapped up in the daily news. She won't answer when he proposes. She refuses to marry a man in trash man's shoes. In trash man's shoes. But he loves her and he needs her, and she never tries to understand. And she shoves him, and she beats him, and she treats him like an old trash can. Still he loves her, and he needs her, and his love is always clean and true. But she snubs him, and she teases him. Oh, why does the girl refuse? The man in trash man's shoes, in trash man's shoes. So I bought me a Sunday paper, seeking some real life truth. And the headline story jumped out at me from the front page of the Daily News. So they found a body in a dumpster, cut up into 2-inch squares. And they had a certain suspect, but they couldn't find him anywhere. He was a tired and used up lover who only left 2 clues: a pile of smelly roses and a pair of trash man shoes. Of trash man's shoes. But he loves her and he needs her, and she never tried to understand. And she shoves him, and she beat him, and she treats him like an old trash can. Still he loves her and he needs her, and his love is always clean and true. But she snubs him and she teased him till she wore a hole clean through the soul of his trash man's shoes, of his trash man's shoes, of his trash man's shoes. And he needs her, and he loves her, 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 and he needs her, and he loves her. Thanks a lot.
All right. I'm back. I think I'm going to be on the PC thing. Not working. I've lost my touch. How many snaps was that?
Only 4.
Okay. We're back. It's PP Live. We're having fun. Is it PP Live or is it live?
Memorex.
PP Live.
PP Live? Okay. Thanks, Sue, for including me. I get
Its show ain't Memorex.
Anyhow, yeah, we're here at Fillmore Live Fillmore, and we're talking about South by Southwest. And if you don't know what South by Southwest is, change the channel because you haven't been paying attention. We're still trying to survive from it. There's still people hanging out. I took a guy in my cab today to the airport that was here for South by Southwest. They're still in town. You know, music business is real serious here at Austin, and music business is real serious here at Austin Access. And we've got lots of producers in the studio here tonight talking with me about their different roles and feelings about South by Southwest and working at the BMI Live stage and the Worldwide Music Showdown. I've got another band right now, it's Dr. Loco, right?
Dr. Loco.
Dr. Loco's
And the Rockin'
Jalapeno
Jalapeno
Band.
Band.
Jalapeno. I've only been here like 12 years. I can't pronounce jalapeno. I'll get it right. Okay, sit back. Salsa. What is it? I'm just not with it tonight. Check out Dr. Loco, and we'll be right back.
Buenas tardes, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're Dr. Loco's Rockin' Jalapeno Band from San Francisco, Califas. And we're here in tribute to the late Bruce Lee, president of Bush Kaplan, president of Flying Fish Records. And we'd like to start off our set with him with a little Pocho Pride in polka time. This is called Mexican Americano. Dice así. Mexican, por destiny Americanos. We're part of la raza de oro. Somos Mexican Americanos. No, hombre, forget about it. Somos puros pochos. And proud of it. You better believe it. Comprendemos el inglés. And we speak el castellano. We're bilingües to the bone. We're puritito chicano. Échale jalapeño. To Chicago, from Tijuana to New York, los países son Aztlán, and we defend them con honor. Seguro que sí. Don't you know all the way from Chiapas to the Bering Strait, it's all one America, and we're all Americanos, damn straight. en tu países, tu culturas tenemos. De mi gente we are proud, porque así lo manda Dios. ¡Échale! For our mothers somos Mexican, por destiny americanos. We're part of la raza de oro. Somos Mexican americanos. Oh, tickle that thing one more time, Chewy. Comprendemos el English and we speak el castellano. We're bilingües to the bone. We're puritito chicano. One more time, loco.
Forgot that little sign in the back, that little exclamation mark.
I wanted to thank Chris. Chris did our little, our new and improved flying piece, but the exclamation point is gone.
Yeah.
Chris is one of our newer members on the PP crew, so I guess maybe just doesn't think it's as exciting as the rest of us.
Oh yeah, well, missing exclamation marks should not happen, you know.
Oh wow. It's a nice graphic. I like it. And Chris did the graphic for Face Your Pet as well, and we got some compliments at playback, and I imagine people at home are liking it too. So.
Yeah, pepping up the show a little bit, you know.
Yeah, just more creativity. You know, I like to surround myself with creative people. We've got Linda Johnson here, one of the creative people that I don't want to say she surrounded me, but she's been hanging around Fillmore for quite a while. How you doing tonight, Linda?
Fine, thank you.
Good. How did you feel about South by Southwest? You were saying earlier you weren't really feeling that good? Or?
I feel real good about it. The crew was excellent, and I hope that we didn't spread out everyone too thin. We had a couple people get sick, so I did have to use people for quite a while. I just really want to thank a few of the real diehards like Greg and Josh, Chris, Dan.
Right, and Ryan too. I don't think
Jeff,
that we got a
Diane.
credit list tonight, and I don't think Ryan made it on. We had a couple people
Ryan.
that came on late, and his friend was David, right?
And David,
So
yeah.
thanks to Ryan and David, they did some great work too. I
And
know
everyone
Ryan
else
was
I didn't mention,
covering for me a
Skipper.
lot. Oh yeah, don't forget about Skipper now. We're always leaving Skipper out of the
I
credits.
just remembered. I better say something about Skipper.
Yeah, we've already talked about Skipper, but I guess he wouldn't mind if we talked about him some more. Maybe he'll give me more camera shots of me if I talk about him. Okay, now this next band, we had to bring Chris on because he's the only one who can pronounce it correctly. And you directed. Now this was your directing debut, was it?
Definitely, yes. That was the first time I actually pushed the buttons, and came out a little bit shaky. Some of them were a little bit shaky, but I think this one is actually pretty good. And it's a band from Finland, 4 incredible female singers, and their name is not Vartina, it's Vertine.
Vertine. So let's look at Vertine.
Umlauts, you know, umlauts. Umlauts.
We need more people like him around here.
Jottei suru paina, ympäri maata kulkeneet ja ilosi on aina. Hei kirminä, karmina, kirminä, kairaa, kirminä, karmina, kairaa. Kirminä, karmina, kirminä, kairaa, kirminä, karmina, kairaa. 4 meitä sarjata likkailu juhannuksen kukkaa. 4 meitä sarjata likkailu juhannuksen kukkaa. Reiliä läksimme etsimään, kun entinen joutui hukkaan. Reiliä läksimme etsimään, kun entinen joutui hukkaan. Hei kirminä, karmina, kirminä, kairaa, kirminä, karmina, kairaa. Kirminä, karmina, kirminä, kairaa, kirminä, karmina, kairaa. Eivät oo heilaa vaihtoa tehden minulle yhtään pahaa. Eivät oo heilaa vaihtoa tehden minulle yhtään pahaa. Hei kirminä, karmina, kirminä, kairaa, kirminä, karmina, kairaa. Kirminä, karmina, kirminä, kairaa, kirminä, karmina, kairaa. Jos sais heilaa paremman ja vielä vähän rahaa. Jos sais heilaa paremman ja vielä vähän rahaa. Hei kirminä, karmina, kirminä, kairaa, kirminä, karmina, kairaa. Kirminä, karmina, kirminä, kairaa, kirminä, karmina, kairaa. Ei saa olla surunen, vaan jo ne olla pistää. Ei saa olla surunen, vaan jo ne olla pistää. Jos ei ole hyvä olla, niin kehumalla lisää. Jos ei ole hyvä olla, niin kehumalla lisää. Kirminä, karmina, kirminä, kairaa, kirminä, karmina, kairaa. Kirminä, karmina, kirminä, kairaa, kirminä, karmina, kairaa. Tästä tullaan sellainen joukko, jottei suru paina. Tästä tullaan sellainen joukko, jottei suru paina. Ympäri maata kulkeneet ja ilosi on aina. Ja ympäri maata kulkeneet ja ilosi on aina. Hei kirminä, karmina, kirminä, kairaa, kirminä, karmina, kairaa. Kirminä, karmina, kirminä, kairaa, kirminä, karmina, kairaa. Hei kirminä, karmina, kirminä, kairaa, kirminä, karmina, kairaa. Kirminä, karmina, kirminä, kairaa, kirminä, karmina, kairaa. Thank you very much.
Okay,
It's too pink on me.
we just lost Chris there. He wandered off. I wanted to tell the story about the badges. Now, the South by Southwest badges are, I guess, a pretty highly coveted item. At least it seems so with the crew. Now, some of us got badges and some of us didn't. And the way we did that was people who checked out equipment or had equipment in their name. So they were risking their very financial statement on this thing, and that's who you've been looking at so far. Chris checked out a camera. Monica is in there. Monica, you want to come out and say hi? We saw Monica there in the front of the stage during Dr. Loco, and she was running camera. I think everybody ran camera some. I know I ran camera during Shoulders and Coffee Sergeants, those 2 cuts we watched earlier. But the badge thing was always funny. Come on, you're in here. I got an empty chair. This is Monica, and Monica is recently studio certified. So she's bad. She's nationwide now.
I got certified last night.
Congratulations.
Last night.
All right.
So
I'm excited.
You were talking about new shows you're going to come out with?
Well, I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. I was thinking of a rollerblade show and a women's talk show and another music show.
Another music show. There's so many music shows. But we're not in competition, you know. It's just, there's lots of music.
Different kinds of music.
Different kinds. More different. We've gone across the oceans and back, And this next, I want to talk about the badges a little bit more. Monica got a badge also. She also checked out a camera, but Sue's husband came in when Sue was at home, and he didn't have. He wore her badge in at night, and somebody was giving him a hard time because they said that he didn't look like Sue. Maybe he has the hair. Maybe he could just shave a little bit more of his face or something. I don't know. And Chris took our badges for a while, didn't he?
Yeah, he kept handing them out to other people, I think.
And he ended up handing them out to somebody you knew.
And I couldn't get outside because I didn't have my badge.
I guess we can't get in trouble now for sneaking people into the convention center, but it was tough. Just trying to get the crew into the doors, it was tough. It seemed like maybe if I'd had all young women on we did have a lot of young women on the crew, but if we had all young women, then they would have all had passes. Maybe, I don't know. But anyhow, where was I going with that?
I don't know.
Okay, this next band, I guess while we're over the ocean, we can stay over there. This next band is from Zimbabwe, and we'll have an equally hard time trying to understand what they're saying. And maybe you should just not try to understand what they're saying and just listen to the rhythms and the harmonies. They were one of the highlights of the whole conference. They opened up the conference before our governor spoke. They opened up the conference, and they kind of ended the conference for us, too. They were the last act to play during the Worldwide Music Showcase, and I think that was the biggest crowd, wasn't it?
Saturday night.
I think, yeah, that was the biggest crowd we had in the evening in the convention center was for Black Umfulusi.
All the World Beat people were there.
All of them.
All the Dan Del Santo troupe. The whole gang was there.
I think Dan was there. I saw him. He was hanging out with Elvis. Dan Del Santo back in town for the South by Southwest. And we're going to look at this cut, and then we'll come back and see how much time we have left. Black Umfulusi.
Give them children on the front line stays. They ought not to suffer. Children on the front line stays. Give them moral support. Children on the front line stays. Give them recreational. Children on the front line stays. The children in Zimbabwe, the children in South Africa, the children in Namibia, the children in Angola. Children on the front line stays. Give them recreational. Children on the front line stays. Give them moral support. Children on the front line stays. Woo! I say the children on the front line stays. The children in Angola. Children on the front line stays. Zimbabwe, the children in Zambia. Children on the front line stays. Swaziland. Children on the front line stays. Give them recreation. Children on the front line stays. Give them recreation. Children on the front line stays. They ought not to suffer. Children on the front line stays. They ought not to suffer. Children on the front line stays. Give them recreation. Children on the front line stays. I say 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 children on the front line stays. Nankumlilu yeta Yezulu Nkosi yamabanga Mama tela manzi Zedlule nsizwa somfolo Sithi Kapaza fanu ikhengolimo vuselelisi Yithi labo esatablama Yithi labo esatablama Yithi labo esatablama Yithi labo esatablama Ngena nasesizale Ngena esatablama Ngena temeni Yithi labo esatablama Sangena wena se Australia Sangene London Safike sathokoza lapho basilamba sesiphindela kwelomdabuko Sangena wena se Australia siyathokoza lapho wasilamba sesiphindela kwelomdabuko sizohamba phesheya kwezilwandle mama angazi wena usalelani sizohamba phesheya kwezilwandle mama angazi wena usalelani sizohamba phesheya kwezilwandle 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 angazi wena usalelani sizohamba phesheya uzosala kuphele angazi wena usalelani sizohamba phesheya uzosala kuphele angazi wena usalelani kuphela sizohamba phesheya uzosala kuphela angazi wena usalelani kuphele sizohamba phesheya sambenini mangazi wena sambenini sizohambiwa uzosala kuphele mangazi wena uzosala kanjani sizohamba uzosala kanjani angazi wena usalelani kanjani sizohamba angazi wena usalelani kanjani sizohamba uzosala kanjani angazi wena usalelani uzosala kanjani uzosala kanjani angazi wena usalelani bafana bomfolosi bhekani imifola esigcwele thina masiguqeni ngamandla siguqeni sikhuleke sikhupukeni ngamandla siyolala siphesheya phesheya lena ekhaya likababa. Thank you so much. Greetings.
All right, we're back here. Greetings from Zimbabwe. I'm having the terminal bad hair day here. We're back here with Jim, Linda, and Sue, our main producers here, putting together this BMI live stage and the Worldwide Music Showdown. Y'all put in lots of work, and we had lots of crew members working hard. Any parting thoughts about anybody who aspires to do this in the future?
Should do it. It's fun. Handheld is fun. It's great to be up there with the musicians and give the audience a different angle than they could get when they were there in person.
Yeah. Sound like Chris took full advantage of it, talking to those young ladies from Finland. You got a CD from them. I was too busy working the switcher. Jim, anything? Any words of wisdom?
It's easier than we make it look.
I don't know about that. You got a different perspective on it than I did.
Me too.
Linda, you were probably there as much as anybody except for me. What would you say about it?
I think it it was a lot of hard work for me.
Didn't you pack up the multicam at 4 in the morning on Saturday?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we had
But
had several people.
Especially during the day, trying to get everyone at their cameras because the bands were acoustic, so they would change real fast.
Right, we had a band on every half hour during the day, and I counted them up. We taped a total of 50 bands.
Yeah.
Which outdoes the last year's South by Southwest record of 42. So next year, what do you think? 80? How many should we go for? Maybe 51. How about that?
Let's tape them all.
Tape them all?
Oh,
okay, we'll
I crew at every club.
Right. Y'all can go out to different clubs next time.
We'll go.
I'm just going to stay in the no smoking venue. I think that was the key
That
to
was
success.
really
I don't
nice.
think our videotapes would have come out so clean and with all the smoke in some of those clubs. All right, well, we're back here in Austin from Africa, and let's look at the Twang Twang Shaka Boom sensation, David Garza.
At 19 years old, she leaves her family. She says she need to find her identity. Nothing's in her way, not even finances. Before she gets too old, she wants to take her chances. At 20 years old, she dates a big jock. She screams at everybody, don't know how to talk. Color contacts, canine, and brown eyes. Type of sickle shorts, had a bad thigh. She can't decide where to go. She can't decide who to be. She can't decide who to trust. That's why she never trusts me. At 21 years old and she's with child. Her man skips town, all the bills are getting piled. Doesn't want anything out of her portion. Doesn't tell a soul about her abortion. Now she can't decide where to go. She can't decide who to be. She can't decide who to trust. That's why she never trusts me. 23 years old, she called me up again. We talk about her childhood way back when. Our mom wasn't so bad, our father wasn't either. They had their loving moments, cause she had to be there. Now what's to become of my sister? Yeah, what's to become of my sister? Tell me what's to become of my sister? What's to become of my sister? Yeah, whoa. "23 years old, the bad's getting worse in the family tradition. She files for divorce. Now she drinks a lot, tries to kill the pain of watching her marriage go down the drain. Now she can't decide where to go. She can't decide who to be. Can't decide who to trust. That's why she never trusts me. 26 years old, drops out of school. Her heart is like a big car, it runs out of fuel. Now she drinks a lot, tries to kill the pain of watching her marriage go down the drain. She can't decide where to go. She can't decide who to be. Can't decide who to trust. That's why she never trusts me. 25 years old, she called me up again. Talk about a childhood way back when. Our mom wasn't so bad, our father wasn't either. They had their loving moments, cause she had to be there. Now what's to become of my sister? Tell me what's to become of my sister. You know what's to become of my sister. Yeah, what's to become of my sister? She was a feminist, now she's a man-hater. And the fight of bad love has teeth like an alligator. Yeah, she can't decide where to go. She can't decide who to be. She can't decide who to trust. That's why she never trusts me. I can't decide where to go, and she can't decide who to be. I can't decide who to trust. That's why I should never trust me.
All right, we're back. We're back in the land of PPs. Okay, that was David Garza, another local success story. I'm sure that he'll be following in the footsteps of many great Austin artists, going off to the land of wealth and fame, or at least fame. We've got a few people on the crew here tonight. I'd like to say thanks to them. Do we got those up on the CG? Let's see if we can do this. This is a multi-layered thing. It'll seem like 3D at home if you put on those weird glasses. Okay, here comes the credits. Boom, they're not working. Well, they're kind of working. If you can't read that at home, that says Fillmore Video is Kevin, Skipper, Matt, Dan. And now, you don't have to take me off Skipper. If you reach up on the CG, the downstream key there, and you take it off of background, there it is. Psychic messages. This does have a three-dimensional feel to it. I'm grabbing the letters. Okay, that's who's on crew tonight. Sprocket, as you met. Lady Di didn't have much to say tonight. Jim, Monica, Dan, Matt, Skipper, and me. I'm Kevin. And our sponsors tonight, I want to say thanks to our sponsors as well. I'm sure that we've got that worked out on the CG. Our sponsors tonight are Waterloo Records and Videos and CDs. And uh-oh. There's no drop shadow on them. Waterloo Records, videos, CDs, and all that stuff. And Pro Tape. What's that? They wouldn't know if I didn't tell them. Well, thanks, Skipper. Everybody's together in this crew. We're all supporting each other through whatever happens. It's happening the way it's supposed to happen tonight. And this was all destined to be. ProTape at 313 South Congress. Larry down at ProTape been supporting us for a long time, so we appreciate all the support from these local businesses. If you get a chance to say hi to them, say hi to them, and tell them that you appreciate their involvement with Live PP. And we were talking earlier about this roller skating bit. Let's take a look at the roller skating bit, and then we can say thanks to all the crew that helped on the music showcase. Here I am. There's no sound on this part, but I guess I can kind of narrate it. This is in the back of the, I can do this like a newscaster. This is behind the grand ballroom, and I'm skating along there. That's where you load in everything into the convention center. And during this period, the guy that runs the convention center was timing us. There we go. These are all the people that helped on the show, the directors who we met tonight. No, we met the producers tonight. There's the directors, Rebecca, Elizabeth, and Jennifer. Joshua helped on CGs. And there's all our crew, some of which are here tonight. Scott didn't make the other crew list either. Scott is here tonight. John Barton, who got sick, Matthew Boyd, David Cole, Skipper, Gonzo, Greg, Diane, Chris, Joshua got listed twice. Dan, Jeff, Roland, Jeanette, Ryan, and David. And Ryan, a lifesaver. Now you can see the trade show area back there. That's in the demolition mode. They just tore down the trade show. Okay, well, we're just about out of time. Thanks for watching Fillmore Video. Here's our 5 seconds of address in case you need to get a hold of us. Drop us a line. We're always glad to hear from you here at Fillmore Video. Keep coming back. We'd love to see you. Where's our video? There it is. Thanks for watching Fillmore Video. We'll see you next month.